What's up, guys? And you know, we're not doing a workout today because it's our break day today. But we just want to say thank you guys for 500 subscribers. Really appreciate that. And yeah, but today we're gonna be talking about. I want to talk about my goals, like my goals in the future, and just like in general in life. Like I just want to talk about my goals today, and do a different type of video today. So yeah, I'll just like name all of the things that I want to you know, I want to do, I want to accomplish, and I want to you know, I just want to strive, I strive to be better, and so yeah, as you guys know, probably my main goal right now is to just try to bulk up and get bigger and get stronger, because you know my progress. I'm not necessarily getting that big, but um, I'm literally just staying the same weight and the same kind of muscles. Just I'm having different workouts, and I guess. But yeah, one of my main goals is just to bulk up and get big and get strong and like just general workout stuff, workout goals and stuff, and just get gains. And I want to talk about one of my second goals. And this is not really towards the gym. It's just for me, literally just for me. I want to find out who I am. I want to find myself, and I don't want to be like everybody else. And I just want to find myself, find my, find me, and just do me all the time, every time. Just find myself. It's literally one of my biggest goals in life for me. One of my biggest goals, not my biggest goal, but it's just a really big goal for me. And I don't know, like I don't know. I can't tell if I'm really being myself sometimes, or if it's just other parts of people, like friends, you know, um, people at school or something, or people outside of school, just random people, or people I see on the internet. I don't know if that's really me or not. And some things I do know that I like, and I do, and I say, and I just the way I act too. But I want to keep improving on my, you know, just being in tap with my emotions and stuff like that. So yeah, it's my one of my biggest goals, just finding myself and finding who I am. And ever since I started this YouTube and this social media thing, I really just wanted to get known and stuff like that, because I feel you know I had some potential in my I don't know, I would say strength, or I want to show people my potential. I wanted you know like just cuz back then, what's crazy, I'm gonna actually tell you guys a story, cuz back then, like right now I'm 17, right? I'm 17 years old. Just turned 17 a couple months ago in the summertime. But you know I didn't just start working out a couple months ago or last year, or I've been working out for a not long time, a couple years. The I remember when I first ever started working out, I was, I was really excited to work out all the time. I was 13, and I was 12 or 13, right? And you know, around 2021, I was just, you know, watching anime, and my older brother, he put me on to Black Clover, right? He put me on Black Clover, and dude, I don't know what that did to me. I have no idea what that did to me, but you know, I was always an active kid. I was always outside. I was I always wanted to go outside and just be outside and do physical activities, like play basketball or just play at the park or something. But I was like never like a gamer guy that just sits in his house all day. You know, I just like to be outside, just play and just do stuff. But yeah, around the time my brother showed me Black Clover, I watched it and I just got hooked. And then, like, you know, Asta, you guys see my profile picture on TikTok or on YouTube and stuff. It's just Asta, right? He was my very first motivation ever to start working out. And I was literally just watching the anime. I didn't watch anything else. I was just watching that every day. It was my routine. I just go, you know, watch my anime, and I would literally just watch Black Clover all day and then just work out. And at first I started off, I was like, you know what? I'm watching this show. So, you know what? This makes me want to work out for no reason. I don't know what freaking happened. I just started working out for no reason. No reason. I just like seeing it, you know, like, and yeah, Asta is pretty much the reason why I started working out. But like, I wasn't really like focused on getting that physique. I just like really like I just like this, you know, see his like, I don't know, like, I don't know if it sounds weird, but like I just like to see like him like training and just like going crazy. And it's like I'm not giving up, you know. I don't know, that just like motivated me to just work out and just do a bunch of push-ups and do a bunch of calisthenics. And yeah, so after like a week of watching it, I was starting off doing push-ups. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I love this. I was doing sit-ups every single freaking day, push-ups, sit-ups, squats every single day. Sometimes I would use weights too, right? But I was like a small kid. I was so small. I was very small. And like, well, right now I'm not big either, so I'm like, I'm not gonna say I've came a long way, but I just like, back then I was just really short. I was like 4'11" or something, 4 foot something, and I was really skinny and I was really short and I just didn't work out at all. So I started doing like push-ups in my room and like everywhere I could, and I just started doing push-ups. And then like in a week like that, I just got so freaking good at push-ups. I started doing, you know, and then later on into the show, I just started like seeing him do like crazy push-ups and like one-arm push-ups and handstand push-ups and stuff. I was like, damn, bro, I want to get there. I want to get there. So I started, you know, doing like, I started training for the one-arm push-up. Like I was using the windows, like I guess the edge of the window a little bit, like on the wood. I'll just put my hand there and I'll be like, I'll try to like do one-arm push-ups on there, practice it there and stuff like that. And like, so fast I got to the one-arm push-up and I was really surprised in myself. And this was all for one summer. Like I watched Black Clover around the springtime, and then I finished around like almost summertime. And like I just got so strong. I don't know how. I started doing sit-ups, hundreds of sit-ups every day. Even when I was like in my bed about to go to sleep, I was obsessed, bro. I was obsessed with working out. I just love doing push-ups. I just love doing sit-ups. I just love freaking doing, you know, working out. I just love working out. And, you know, I started doing hundreds, sometimes like 1,000 reps of push-ups, sit-ups every single day. But like, here's the thing. I never even ate. I never ate, bro. And like, since I grew up as like a skinny kid, I just like never really ate much. I never ate much. I only ate like one thing a day. And like, that was like making me sore, like so sore every single day. But like, nah, I don't care. I don't care. It's gonna go away. But I still kept working out. But later on into the future, like when I was in grade 8 or grade 9, I was like, you know, I kind of stopped because I got scared. And the reason why I got scared was because, look, number one, my mom, like, you know, my mom's like, she saw me working out like all the time, and she was like, oh, I started lifting weights at the time, like, because it was a couple months after I started like working out for the first time, right? And I started like lifting weights in my basement, kind of, you know, just regular stuff, because I was like watching bodybuilding. But then my mom was like, no, don't do that, because like I was still kind of young, right? And then she was like, nah, you're gonna get short, you're gonna be like, it's gonna mess up your body. And I was like, she's probably right, but at the same time I still want to do it. But like I kept doing it for another good like month or two. Then, one day, like, okay, yeah, this is gonna sound weird, but one day I was just outside, obviously doing my regular thing, and like just worked out all the time, right? Bro, I got so scared once because that one day I went to the washroom and then like I was just peeing like random colors, like, bro, it was like brown. And so I was like, what the frick? I Googled it, and then I was like, yeah, I don't want to work out anymore because it's gonna do to my body. And you're probably thinking like, bro, that's a stupid reason to stop working out. And you're like, because back then my brothers worked out, right? My brothers, and they were obviously bigger than me. They were jacked, but they were like talking about bulking and stuff like that. And I never really cared about size back then, like I do now, kind of, but like, or bodybuilding like I do now. Because back then I was like mostly calisthenics. I was doing sit-ups, push-ups, squats, everything. And then, my brothers were talking about bulking, and then I was like, nah, I'm scared to bulk, bro, because like, I don't know. I wasn't scared that I'll get fat or anything. I was like, nah, I'm scared because like I'm too young. I don't know. Like I didn't know anything about the gym. I just knew how to train hard. And here's the thing, I never liked doing low reps at all. I always liked to train hard. I always did like hundreds of reps. And that's when before I even knew a split or anything, I just worked out consistently nonstop. But like this is way before I knew any splits, anything, or just like any gym knowledge in general. Like I just worked out. I didn't even care about eating. And when I think about it now, I'm like, yeah, that's like, I should have just like educated myself a little bit more, or like ask my brother or something. But like, I was just too busy in all my calisthenics and like all that regular stuff. But I just never ever seemed to like doing like, you know, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 sets of like 10 reps or something like that. Just nah, bro. I didn't like doing that at all. I never liked doing that. I like training intensely. I like really training. Like, this is way before I knew anything about training till failure, right? 2 sets, 3 sets till failure, but way before that. And I was like, yeah, I don't like doing like only like 40 reps and then going to the next rep exercise and then just doing like 30 reps, 20 reps, and then just like stopping, bro. Like, I just kept going, bro. And yeah, my push-ups, all that, my sit-ups, they got into the point where I was doing like later on, kinda, like not kinda, like, but like a couple weeks later, I was doing one-arm push-ups. I was repping the one-arm push-ups, and then I was doing them declined, and then I started doing them on my fingers. I could still do that. I could still do one-arm push-ups on my fingers a bit, but I don't really train calisthenics that much. But back then, I was pretty damn strong at calisthenics, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, no, yeah. Fast forward to like, I want to say, yeah, I want to fast forward to like grade 8. That's when I stopped. That's when I stopped, because I just like, I don't know why, I just stopped kind of working out. And like, you know and then, right after grade 8, boom, high school, grade 9. And then grade 9 was when I kind of started to get back into it a bit. And then like my brother, that's when I was like trying to take the bulk seriously, right? And mind you, I was in grade 9 and I was literally 80 pounds. I was 83 pounds, like barely 80 pounds. And I was like, yeah, now I kind of want to bulk now, because like, I've been skinny a lot. I want to gain, some muscle. And then, that's when it kind of, sort of hit me a little bit. I was like, damn, I'm kind of skinny. I'm kind of small. I'm pretty small. I'm really small. I need a bulk. And then, yeah, that's when I started lifting the actual weights now, right? And then I started to get back into my gym journey a little bit. And so in grade 9, went to the gym a bit. I was still inconsistent with my bulk because that was the first time ever bulking. It's the first time actually eating more food, eating enough food, because I never ate when I was a kid, like barely ate. That's why I was always skinny. So yeah, that's like the first time I've ever started trying to bulk. And around grade 9, the end of grade 9, I gained like 10 pounds. you know, not too bad actually. But then here's the thing, I kind of stopped again. The beginning of grade 10, like I stopped it, right? But then like in the middle of grade 10, uh roughly around the winter time, like a winter time, roughly to March, I was starting to work out again, right? Because my dad came, right? My dad came home, started like, and like he just bought like food, right? And like I would just eat the food and I would be motivated. I'll just be like, yeah, it's my winter break. I gotta like bulk now. And that time, that winter break in grade 10, I literally gained 15 pounds in 2 weeks. That sounds crazy, but I actually did. And I actually gained a little bit of muscle too, which is actually insane for some reason. I remember I was just eating consistently every single day in grade 10 on winter break. Mind you, my winter break is 2 weeks. I I was like roughly 100 pounds at that time. I just barely 100 pounds, like 99, like 101. I was barely 100 pounds, right? And then I was like, boom. And then I just started like eating right as winter break started. Like I came home, as soon as I came home from school, I just started eating, right? And then I just ate food every single day, right? I ate eggs, bread, blah, blah, blah. And right after winter break, like the day right winter break ended, I was already up at 15 pounds by then. And like, that's when I gained a little bit of like triceps, right? And yeah, I just like did push-ups, just did like a little tricep extensions or whatever things, dumbbells, right? Those dumbbells, just doing these. And in 2 weeks, I gained 15 pounds and just tiny bit of muscle, like tiny bit of muscle. And I was surprised, right? And then, yeah. And then here's what hits me again. I stopped working out a little bit after that. Like, I just barely worked out, right? And I was like, yeah, I gotta bulk now. I gotta seriously, like, gotta take this shit seriously, bro. I can't be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then, just stop like right after. Like, no, bro. I gotta stay disciplined. Even right now, I'm trying to bulk right now, right? And I'm trying to stay consistent with the bulk, but like, honestly, there's not much of an excuse. That's just me. Like, it's just me wasting my time. Sure, I work out and stuff like that. Take my workouts kind of seriously. And I have a split now. Made a split when I was in grade 11, and that's when I took it seriously, grade 11. So yeah, I stopped working out. Fast forward to grade 11, and yeah, I told my bro, not my bro, but like I told my homie, I was like, yo, you should watch Black Clover. And I was like, yeah, I'm starting to work out again now. And this is like the beginning of grade 11, right? I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, we should work out now. I'm like, yo, you feeling motivated by this guy? You feeling motivated by Asta, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, bro. And he's like, boom. And I was like, yeah, yo, start working out with me. I was like, yo, come do push-ups with me at his house. I'm like, yo, let's go. He's doing push-ups at his house, right? And, I was like, yes, because like I really wanted to like kind of lock in now at this point. So I was like, yo, I was telling my homie, I was like, yo, start working out, right? And at this point, like my homie, like my friend, right? He's like a year younger than me, right? So like he's in grade 10, but he hasn't stopped, bro. He's not stopped yet. So yeah, and then we just started like consistently, and we're like excited, and we just became gym bros. We became like gym bros, like close. So yeah, he still works out to this day. My friend Seth, and yeah, after when grade 11 kind of started for me, that's when I kind of took it a little more seriously, right? And I gained like around 15 more pounds during the grade 11. And I was actually starting to get stronger. I was starting to get bigger now. I was actually gaining a bit of muscle now, just like a bit of muscle. And yeah, I was actually kind of surprised a bit because of kind of how fast a little bit. And yeah, that's when I started kind of buying equipment, like right at the end of grade 11, I think. No. Actually, no. Start of grade 12. I'm in grade 12 now. The start of grade 12, I bought a dip bar. Literally the start of grade 12, the first week, I bought a dip bar. And then a couple weeks ago, I bought a bench press. And yeah. And now I literally want to take it, like, seriously now at this point, like really seriously. So, yeah. my main goal right now is to really just get bigger, get stronger, and just keep progressing every day. Just keep doing what I can, just keep doing what I do, and you know, and also for YouTube too. I'm trying to post every day, and on my TikTok I try to post every day. And today's my break day, but you know, I also want to thank you guys for 500 subscribers. We hit 500 like 2 days ago or yesterday, and now we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So road to 1,000 subscribers, and 2,000, 3,000, so on and so on and so on. Because now at this point, I was way uncomfortable posting myself, right? Because like, I was always taught, never show your face on YouTube, never like post and stuff like that. But like, bro, I just had the urge, like, and even my brother, he really kind of pushed me to start posting. And as soon as I heard him like, say like, yo, you should post on YouTube, and you should, create your own like tribe on YouTube, create your own freaking community and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, bro, yeah, I want to do that. And then, I just started posting now, right? Started posting like a couple months ago, almost a year ago. And I've gained a lot of subscribers. I gained like almost like 400 subscribers. Like, and it's like, those people kind of like, and I'm surprised because like I never thought people would actually like, watch my videos, I never thought people would be like, yo, keep going, all that stuff. I'm like, yo, damn, I actually never thought I would actually have a community like this. And we're only just beginning too. Trust me, we're only just beginning. But yeah, I never thought I would have like a community, or even a smaller community, or something like that. I just never thought that. But right after my brother told me to start posting, I just had the urge, I was like, yeah, bro, I'm working out, I'm trying to work out consistently, might as well show it, and might as well tell people where I've started. Like, as in this video, might as well tell people where I've started and where I want to be and what my goals are and where I want to go, So yeah, anyways, tomorrow we're probably gonna be at the gym. We might be at the gym because our brother is he has like a guest pass or something. He has like a guest pass or something, I don't know, I forgot. But we might go to the gym. I hope we do, because I want to film a chest, triceps, and shoulders video there. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, either at our house doing our chest, triceps, or at the gym. So yeah, thank you guys for 500, road to 1,000 subscribers, and thank you for watching.